All right, I bet none of you will recognize where I'm at right now. Exactly a year and 10 days ago, I was in this exact spot recording probably my 10th YouTube video ever. And it's crazy to be here, and I just watched back that video. And, the difference between me there and me now, I've developed so much over the past year. The last time I sat right here, and I made that YouTube video, I wasn't really sure about what path I was going on. I wasn't really sure on what I was getting myself into. I just kind of went with it. And I struggled a lot more with all the basic stuff, kind of like anything that you would just start up, right? But what I've realized now is that I've become so much more mature. I've become so much more driven. I've become so much more, my vision is so much clearer for this exact path, which makes sense because I've been consistent for a year. But what you can learn from that, and I really want you to realize is that when you start something, it's always going to be unsure. It's always going to feel like a shot in the dark, right? And that's just simply part of it. And when I made that video a year ago, and I'll put the link in the description, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have results. That video got 300 views, which is actually kind of decent. I'm surprised at that. But I probably had less than 100 subscribers there. And it's so crazy right now because exactly a year later, I'm at 13,000 subscribers. I remember talking about how many subscribers I would have in a year and what I would be doing and how much money I would be making and even what my physique would be like. But, I've stayed consistent for a year now. And it's really cool to me that I've been able to do that because so many people, especially in the YouTube game, people stop because, you don't get results and it takes up a lot of time and all these things. So if you're, I know it's only going to be like 50 people and they might all have stopped watching the channel, but if you've watched that video, then you're a fucking OG. And that's actually insane because that's literally like my 10th video ever. I've got more than 240 now. So we're out here and this is just a kind of like this weekend out with my boys where we basically just go out, there's a boat right here. So we sail on the boat, chill out, eat great meals because we're kind of all on this self-improvement stuff. We go to the gym. We all live a good lifestyle, but we'll go on this boat. We'll eat a bunch of like steaks and eggs and frozen berries and we'll have some bullshit here and there, right? But that's just kind of part of it. It's whatever. It's definitely worth it. We're out in the sun playing around. It's good times. It's good times. But I'm glad to see that a year later, I'm still right in this spot recording a video. With better equipment, I've actually got a mic now, which is pretty sick to me. It seems insignificant, but it's cool. And just goes to show when you stay consistent. I've gained over 13,000 subscribers in a year. Just goes to show when you stay consistent and you just keep it going, even if what you're doing seems unsure, even if you don't really know what you're doing, eventually things will fall into place. Eventually you'll become kind of this knowledgeable guy on whatever you're trying to do. You'll become the guy with the results. You'll become the guy that people respect and look up to because you've committed to something. Same with the gym, right? When I started in the gym, I started doing push-ups at home because I wanted to get in shape. I saw these guys on Instagram and, I'd stay up real late, like 2 a.m. I'd eat just a bunch of bullshit. Like I literally remember eating candy until past midnight, just watching stuff, until deep into the night. And like that version of me started working out, started having this goal in mind where I was like, I need to get in shape. I really want to get in shape. And, it was hard and I tried and I didn't know what I was doing at first. I started watching all these YouTube videos. I did the home workouts, the 20-minute abs or the 5-minute abs or whatever, all these things. I did all of that. And my biggest thing was always diet. I never really stuck to my diet because I didn't really feel like it was necessary or something. I don't even know. But I trained hard and I did well in training. And through hard training and eventually finding a training style that I liked, which was just going hard, just going really fucking hard, I got addicted to the progress that I got with it. And when you get addicted to the progress, which, by the way, you need to stay consistent to get addicted to the process, to the progress. But I really wanted to get in shape. So for me, that, eventually happened. I stayed consistent and I saw results and I got addicted to it. And eventually I started changing up my diet too. As I went on, as I got more consistent, I got more knowledgeable, things became easier, I leveled up, and then I started actually fixing up my diet too. And I feel like that's kind of the way to go. Kind of go in stages of trying to do different things. If you try to do everything at once, it's going to be pretty hard to do everything right. It's going to be pretty hard to do everything consistently. So even, with this YouTube channel, right now I'm doing so much more than I was a year ago. But what I was doing a year ago was still exactly what I should have been doing. Like I did the exact right thing, but now I'm doing more because I've leveled up. So as you stay consistent and as you work your way up almost like the ranks of whatever you're doing, you start doing harder and harder and harder things, kind of progressively overloading everything, just like you would do in the gym. And at the end of the day, consistency is the biggest fucking weapon you can have. If you're the most consistent guy in the room, always showing up, your mentality will be sharp, your vision will be clear, your results will be there. And that's really what it's all about. Consistency for most of you guys is going to be the missing key, the missing piece of the puzzle, right? That's what I've heard. People send me messages on Instagram all the time asking me, bro, I've been trying this, but I haven't been consistent. I've been trying this and this, but eventually I fell off. And okay, give me advice on this. I tried this last year and then I couldn't stick to it. It's like literally probably the biggest problem in the whole fitness space, that people don't stay consistent. Because in reality, bro, you know exactly what to do, right? Work out, eat clean, train hard. These things, these things. I don't have to tell you these things. In reality, you know what to do. It's the consistency that's an issue for 99% of you. And that's what it's really about. It's real cool being here again and having this moment, because actually I didn't even realize that I made the video here exactly a year and 10 days ago until this morning. I woke up, alarm clock went off at 6:50, which isn't real early, but I went to bed at 12:30 last night, so sacrificed some sleep there just to make sure I can record this video in this early morning. I'm glad that me now and myself a year ago both had that vision, both had the drive to be around friends and still know what I had to get done. Because most of you a lot of people out here will have friends that don't support their goals, have friends that will laugh at them for their goals. And that's also what I talked about. Oh shit, wow, I just realized that's also what I talked about in that video a year ago. Some of you will have goals and try to work on it, but then your friends laugh at you for it. What kind of friends are that? When you're trying to improve yourself, if you have friends that don't tell you that they're proud of you and that, they admire you and that you inspire them by working on your goals, if they don't do that, they clearly have a problem with themselves. They clearly are battling with things themselves. They clearly have goals that they are not able to work on themselves. Because when these people, and most people, unless they really love you, unless they really care about you, they'll always support you in trying to be better. They'd always want you to be better, just like you would want them to be better. So if you have friends or even maybe family members that try to put you down when you work on your goals, try to put you down when you talk about your goals and we talk about what you would like to do, or they laugh, just make fun of you and mock you and shit, cut them out. It's not fucking worth it. For what? You have a goal, you want to be better, and then they tell you that you're a fucking dumbass and you're talking shit. They're the ones talking shit. They're the ones that are holding you back. They're the ones that shouldn't be fucking friends with you. Right? Makes a lot of sense. I don't know how we got here, because we were talking about consistency, but yeah. Got my running shoes with me. I might go on a run later today. I've been enjoying 15Ks. Well, not enjoying them, but doing them because I want to get into a little bit more longer distance running, because I feel like on longer distance running, and this kind of goes in line with consistency a little bit. When you do long running, right? I'm talking like 15K plus, maybe even 10K, depends on your fitness level. But it's really about just enduring the pain. I don't like running. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. I don't get runner's high. Genuinely, I don't. I just listen to good music, hope I keep a good mindset, but no matter what, I'll continue going. And it just takes so long. Like a couple of days ago, I did a 15K again, and it took an hour and 15 minutes, which is a pretty good time, but it's an hour and 15 minutes, bro. An hour and 15 minutes of just, I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do this. And I feel like that's really what I like about more longer distances, is you have to endure it. And when you endure something, like, it's different than training, than doing a hard set in the gym, right? Because in the gym, it's like, okay, it's gonna be over in 30 seconds. Or even sprinting, like, it's gonna be over in like 10 seconds. But with long distance running, it's gonna be over in an hour. It's gonna be over in 2 hours, even, or more, depending on, what distance you're doing. And that long-term suffering, I feel like there's a lot to learn in there. There's a lot to benefit from in long-term suffering, where you just have to endure. It's kind of the same as consistency, where it's hard to stay consistent, and it takes so long to see results. It takes so long. You just have to keep it going, not even thinking about how long it's gonna take. Focus on the actual actions that you're putting in. What I really, is a complete cheat code, is when you start focusing on how many tasks you've done this week. I have this, I talk about it all the time, but I have this daily mission system where I set 3 tasks for myself every single day. And I try to, instead of always having this goal in my mind that I want to make X amount of money, or I want to have this physique, I focus on, I want to get 18 tasks done this week. I want to get 20 tasks done. Oh, I did 16 last week. I'll make sure I do 17 this week. That's the cheat code. That's the hack. Because then every single day, I'm looking at this board, right? And I'm thinking, I need to have those boxes checked off. So I'm focused on the process, but it feels like I'm on this mission. And when you get in that zone where you just focus on those boxes every single day, and before you go to bed, you set your tasks, and the next day, you attack the fucking tasks with real relentless intent, and you're just like, I need to get this shit done. This is what I need to do. And you feel this fulfillment when you tick off those boxes. That's when you're in a real flow state. That's when you're gonna be consistent. And that's when you enjoy the process, because you get instant feedback. Boom, task ticked off, I feel good. 3 tasks done today, 10 out of 10 day, perfect, awesome. That's how you're supposed to do it. And these tasks, by the way, they should be the most important tasks, the needle moving tasks. I call it the 3T method, but it's a pretty fancy word for just setting 3 tasks a day. My hair is a bit messy. I woke up a couple minutes ago and I haven't showered this morning yet. I'll go in a cold shower, trust me, I will. I'll do it. And for today, we're just gonna be going on this boat, eating good meals. I'm gonna actually have this big king-size fucking tomahawk for dinner. Tomahawk sounds like such a good word, like such a powerful fucking word, tomahawk. But yeah, shout out to Jack who brought that tomahawk with him to share with me, because I did something good for him as well, which I won't get into. But yeah, I'm actually really happy to be here a year later with a microphone now, plus 13,000 subscribers, plus a business. Bro, I didn't even think about fucking coaching a year ago. Is that true? No, that's actually not true. I kind of started getting into it at this point. That's not true. But still, like, I just got started at that point, and now I've got client results, posting videos of guys talking about how they like my service, and texting with these guys all day, talking about how we can, optimally optimize their day and their plan to make sure they get results. And it's been a year since I really got this shit started, and now I'm over here. It's got me hyped, bro. It's got me hyped. I love what I do. Even the early mornings, I slept about 6.5 hours today, and it's totally worth it to me. Because to me, like I said, it's the consistency. It's showing up every fucking day. And even, of course it's not 5 a.m. today, but that's not the point. The point is I get this mental I always stay mentally sharp if I know that what I'm doing is the right path. Like if I were to just set a alarm for 8 a.m. today or 7:30, which just is too late for me, I won't get that mental good feel, you know what I mean? I mean, all my friends are still asleep. They're all still asleep, and they're gonna be waking up in the next couple of minutes. Like, don't get me wrong, they don't wake up too late. But I'm out here earlier, 10, like, what was it, 6:30. So, yeah, consistency, bro. Consistency will get you there. It's a long video, probably the longest 10x talk that I've ever made, but it's worth it, and I've enjoyed this, honestly. I'm gonna document all my time here and that run that we're gonna do this morning on my Instagram, as I document every single day on my Instagram. So I'd really like you to follow that. I post a bunch of good stuff there, and you can always DM me if you have any questions about getting in shape or building a better mindset or anything really. So you can always send me a DM on Instagram. Make sure to do that. I personally answer all my DMs myself. So hit me up, bro. I'd love to talk to you. I think that's about it. I don't want this to end, but got some birds. Yep. I don't want this to end, but it's done. So, you know what I'm gonna say? Dreams don't work unless you do. So fucking work for it.